In Matthew chapter 10, verse 26, Jesus tells us to have no fear. Jesus tells us, "So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. What I tell you in the dark, say in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell." Jesus plainly tells us that our responsibility is to teach those about Jesus Christ. Tell people what you know. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell people about Jesus and your belief in him and how you came to him. Share your story. Sometimes it's good to share your testimony. There are people that would love to hear the truth, the faith, and the hope that we have, and the grace that we feel, and the mercy that we receive. A lot of people don't know that love, and it's our responsibility to share it with them, because we are all saved and we are all forgiven. Even if those who don't want to accept that they're saved, they are still saved by grace. I know I have been saved by grace. I'm not perfect. I have my sins, but I try daily to read my Bible and just pray and ask God to help me and teach me and be with me. Sometimes it's hard to preach to other people, but God will always be with you, because in chapter 10, verse 20, he also tells us, "For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you." Sometimes, it may be hard, but God can always give you that word of wisdom, maybe that little boost of confidence that you need, or that open door to tell somebody something about him, or just give them some hope. Especially in the world that we live in right now, we all need hope. And we all have this responsibility before the end comes to get as many people to heaven as we possibly can. We could all do our part little by little. Obviously, we're not God, so we can't make people. Well, even God can't make people love him, but we can share the love with people. Just be kind to people. Share your thoughts, share your belief, share your feeling, your grace, and the faith that you profess. Always be ready. And God also tells us that we are to acknowledge him before men. In Matthew 10:32 and 33, he tells us, "So everyone who acknowledges me before man, I will also acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will also deny before my Father who is in heaven." So right there, God makes it plainly known that we have to confess to each other and to one another and to share our faith. We can't just live in our own little bubble and expect other people to know how we feel and what we believe in just by not saying anything and not professing what we believe in. So even though I need also help sometimes, but let's encourage each other, get out there, profess Jesus' name, give your testimony, make video, whatever you can do to help a friend or a family member or just a stranger before Jesus does come, because eventually he will come, and we all know that signs are pointing to his coming. We just never know when. So I'm going to close with Matthew 11:6, and it says, "Blessed is the one who is not offended by me." People right now are getting offended, very, like a cupcake generation, where they're just offended by everything and anything that doesn't go their way. So Jesus doesn't want people to be offended by him. So that means we need to also speak about Jesus, even though it offends people. Sometimes being offended by something is real kind of points you on the track. To know, kind of like maybe opens your heart a little bit or softens it. Sometimes being offended just means that they're closed off and they just don't want to believe the truth. Some people need to hear harsh words. Some people need to hear the truth, even if you think it may hurt their feelings a little bit. Just don't be mean, say it in love, but we all have to do our part. So have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.